Just going to do a quick video on this battlefield surface. Somebody said that I should. Uh, it's for Wings of Glory, which I've just been playing a little of solo, and it struck me that rather than spend a lot of money on a mat or cloth, I could easily do one myself, and this is it. The thing was that this is hardboard, so it's got that rough surface underneath, but it's smooth on top. And initially I just painted it, well, I primed the board, having cut it, and I primed it and then did a very generic all over sort of splotchy. You can see these greens underneath here. The greens and browns slightly varied, but very, very generic, very, very unformed, no sharp edges, all just sort of rolling green battlefield was the intention, and which I came up with. And for a while I used it as a battlefield for, I don't know, DBA or something. But then with the Wings of Glory, it suddenly struck me that if I did a layer of other forms over the top, I could make it look like sort of an aerial landscape, vaguely seen from the air. I didn't want it to be descriptive. I wanted it to remain generic in the way that it would be from quite a way up, and so that you don't get tired of playing over it as well, with that thing when you've got the something that's very particularized and identifiable, like buildings carefully painted and things. So I didn't paint carefully at all. So what I'm telling you, really what I'm just suggesting, is that this makes a really good surface for Wings of Glory, because the planes, you see a bunch of them here. Let's take this camel. When you put a card down for Wings of Glory for movement, like this, you put it like that, and then you pick the plane up and you put that arrow on top of the arrow on the card, and then you've got to slide this card out. And actually having a smooth surface, I find, facilitates it very well, and it just works well. It just works well with the game. So these forms over the top of the very, very, sort of vague green meandering, or not meandering, but just splotchy, vague green gradations underneath, were done partly with brushes like this, daubing on like this, and then wiping quite a lot off, and also with a piece of kitchen towel like this, just putting very watery acrylic on like this, spreading it like this, and doing this sort of thing, and just making vague shapes. I looked at a video on YouTube of airplanes, several videos actually, of airplanes flying over country fairly low, in other words, they were biplanes that were of the First World War sort. And I just picked up some sort of vague shape feeling and transferred that to this, and laid those shapes over the top. Grey browns, darker greens, slightly reddy browns. This sort of grey brown, actually, I don't know if you can, how well you can, the camera is picking up, there's quite a lot of it here. It's a little bit definite here, really. Was one of these colours I got from Orc's Nest, just off Charing Cross Road in London. And it turns out to be very transparent, and it's very nice. It's got a sort of almost cloudy effect, and lets the other colours come through in a really good way. But it's a very, very cheap paint, so that, I had no hesitation in splotching it around with water, plenty of watering down, on here and just played around really. And as you can see from it, you can imagine that now as I go up like this as an aerial view quite well, I think, and it works well. So inexpensive, easily converted, still usable actually as DBA sort of, or some other small scale 15mm or 18mm landscape that's semi-agricultural or wasteland, moors or whatever. But yeah, works well for Wings of Glory and other aerial combat games. Okay, hope that's of interest. Please like and subscribe if you will. Thanks for watching.